Well, my apologies. It's only fitting this is a warning video with all the technical difficulties, right? I mean, we're picking up right where the warning left off on their last performance, right?
Well, see, the last thing we did was the mistakes.
Yeah.
Now we're having mistakes.
I'll tell you what, if this was because of warning content and this happens again, I'm ready to be done with them.
I think this is Tedx.
Tedx got the fucking
I would say so.
Their panties in a bunch.
Apparently someone said that Tedx can be a bit up there, so because we had no problems with the last warning stuff.
To whoever owns, operates, and controls Tedx, go fuck yourself. Nobody, including myself, even knew who the fuck you were or what you were about until YouTube made it clear through a video just like this.
I said,
so
if
you, the record companies, the publishing rights, whoever, you all need to just go out, bend over, grab the sharpest object, and shove it straight up your ass and understand that all of us on this platform and many others are the reason anybody even gives a fuck or knows about you. So,
well, as I said, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know about the warning. So,
yeah, it just, if this, I never had problems with Tedx before. I don't know what the fuck this is all about. This is the second time we've gotten a policy shut down. One time was, we thought, for going over 2.5 hours, but that had nothing to do with it. So I don't know. Louis hopefully gets that email I sent. Do you have a way to? No, he doesn't have text.
No, I only get him by email just like you do. Like Jay Bates, right? We're going to tell you, we're going to do a reenactment.
Let me try to email him one more time, but other than that, we're just going to have to go on without him.
I said, because he was still sitting in the original one when I was there before, and I thought he would have come out.
Well, he probably thought to go back into the same one, but it didn't let me, since that was a scheduled live stream, it's not a reusable studio. Okay. So it looks like everybody else, somebody says TEDx has blocked live streams before, another says other reactors are doing it.
Look, it can be a hit and miss because, like I said, I've watched a lot of reactors and a lot of them are having problems, especially through UMG, but not only UMG. And others are getting through. So I think it's just, someone's throwing knives and you might be unlucky and one clips you, but.
Well, I wasn't even going to get into it in the state of anger that I'm in with life in general. But I did put that post up of the email that gentleman sent me.
The Discord thing?
That uses the warning Discord, and he got blocked or banned or whatever. He was posting our content, and they were wetting their diapers over there because they said I'm racist. Because I dared use Mexican food names instead of the title of the Mexican song.
Yeah. As I said in that thing, I said Quasimodo.
To those people over there, all I can say is chalupa, chimichanga, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and go fuck yourself.
Doritos.
If having a sense of humor makes you racist, then I guess sure. If you had any fucking clue what the fuck I do for a living, anybody who thinks I'm racist, and for 6 years knows who I associate with for 10 hours a day on a daily fucking basis, bullshit with, you'd all feel pretty fucking stupid. So that they got this Ghislaine Maxwell / Tipper Gore lesbian who works for the warning, controls that thing, right?
And unfortunately, Rob, you know what it's like. You put someone in charge of something and it fucking goes to their head and all of a sudden.
I'm talking to Lewis live on camera.
Hey, you don't see this every day.
No, you have to check your email. I had to give a different link. What? Yeah, it's just in the subject. This is what it's like when you're unprofessional like us. Is it okay if I show the screen your phone number?
Oh, go on, do it. Yeah, I can hear him talking even on that.
Nothing else. It doesn't have a subject line.
All right, hold on. Let me fucking double check. I'll send you another one. Settle down. Ah, what a great fucking day to be alive, huh? All right. All right. So we'll send you another one.
Yeah, Louis, always causing problems.
All right, it's sent. You should be getting it any second now.
How hard could it be, Louis?
Nah, just for tonight. Because when you schedule a live stream, I had 3 live streams that I scheduled. You can't do more than one per link. So I had to make 3 separate ones.
And I'm not, oh, there I am. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to hang up the phone and tell you my idea.
Okay, you do that.
We could do this as a stream one day. We'll all go on our phones together. Hey, Louis.
Right.
Sorry I left you in the other one. I abandoned him in the other studio.
You ready? This is my idea. Let's shut this whole thing down, cancel the live, do it as a regular video, and upload it later on.
Negative.
Well, we're not getting anywhere live, not seeing anything.
Well, we got 83 people right now. We'll try playing it again if they cut us off again.
All right.
So everybody out there, as I was saying, the warnings, Ghislaine Maxwell, child predator / Tipper Gore, American free speech censor, is being a dictator, fascist on Discord, and blocked not only my content from being shared, but the person who was sharing it. So if this cunt had anything to do with it, me being on the warnings bad radar, it's because of all the whiny bitches on Discord who claimed I was mean to Allie and Pow, especially since apparently they took great offense to me saying Pow needs to keep her ass behind the drum kit because her dancing ability was beyond embarrassing. They don't get humor. They were bent because I, instead of saying Kiera Queefdom Mexican song, I say quesadilla. They claim I'm racist. They're all just a bunch of snowflake douchebags, including their ringleader who works for the warning. So I'm at the end of my rope with the warning, people. And you can all tell me it's not their fault. Here's the thing. Every one of you to a man or woman is saying they're too busy. They had to hand this. No. It's your name. It's your likeness. It's your reputation. And this ain't just a warning. This is anybody who's got a fan club, website, social media account. If you are too much of a fucking lazy, deadbeat douchebag to check in once a week to make sure your fans are being represented the way you want them to be, you're a piece of garbage and you shouldn't have social media. So the warning is walking a tightrope between that and every other day people on the warning online on Facebook showing me pictures of Pow in the latest slutty pose, provocative, tongue-wagging fucking photos, holding a phone up above her head so the fucking camera's showing you right down her pants as she's smiling. And I get these motherfuckers saying don't sexualize the warning. This girl is about fucking 2 weeks from becoming a complete fucking slut if she isn't already. So you couple that with their management handling shit horribly and fucking them having no concerns whatsoever to make a public announcement apologizing to their fans for the bullshit I've been hearing from high-paying members on their goddamn what do you call that stupid site? Napoleon, Nivion, Trivion, what's that fucking site?
I'm ignorant.
Chalupa, I don't know. Where you go?
Patreon.
Patreon, yeah. To them not giving a shit about their members there, to them not giving a shit how this Ghislaine Maxwell Hitler bitch is treating people on their Discord site, to them running at every fucking chance from any kind of harsh criticism. If the warning wasn't so good musically, I would be out on them like I am on Bruce Dickinson. So tread fucking lightly, Allie, Pow, and fucking Danny, Ghislaine Maxwell, and anybody else associated, mom and dad, every one of you motherfuckers, you're getting a couple more chances. If I continue having problem with warning content and nobody from the warning reaches out to explain it to me anywhere in their fucking organization, I'm done. I will no longer buy, listen, download, review, or share their content. So get the fucking word out there, all you Patreon members, Discord members. I am beyond sick and tired of this petty bullshit. I am beyond sick of this band in every interview lately talking like they are the only band in history. I just saw a fucking ridiculous Facebook post from Pow praising Halsey because they didn't know that someone besides them actually puts this much work in. You entitled little fucking bitch. I am sorry. This kind of Kiss piled in a fucking station wagon with all their fucking crew and traveled across fucking country crammed in there for the first 5 years of their fucking career. You don't know what problems are, you rich little bitch living with all your parents' fucking money. All right? Fuck you. Put the work in. Get your ass behind the drum kit. Fucking play with some goddamn enthusiasm. Stop taking slutty pictures on Facebook if you want to be taken seriously. And get your fan club in order and all your management in order. They're fucking pissing your fans off, and it will be the death of your band. I'm fucking done. I wasn't even going to go here tonight. But this bullshit, again, policy fucking bullshit, and it just happens to be with the warning again. I am so ready to be done with this fucking band. You wouldn't fucking believe how angry I am right now. I'm out. You guys talk.
Yeah, follow that up, Lloyd.
What's that?
I said follow that up.
Oh, you can't follow that up. That's just too 100%, man. I'm feeling what Rob's feeling. I mean, I'm a little bit relaxed about it, but he's not wrong. I mean, this has been nothing but a hunk of bull with the stuff going on, you know. Like I said, I thought that maybe just closing this down and making it a video to put out later just to get the content out there would have been fine. So we're going to try again. And if it freezes up again, do you want to try my idea after that?
Yeah, if this craps out again, people, just tune in a couple hours. We'll fucking record it offline and see if YouTube lets me put it up. This is not on me. I mean, yes, my personal internet connection was crap tonight, so I had to restart. This is a Paul. If you didn't hear Dave, you probably didn't because the stream ended. He got the message again that it was ended due to policy fucking bullshit, just like happened on the last long form warning video. So this has not happened on anything but the warning. So if this stream kills again, have a good night. Check back whenever you can. We'll try to do it off camera and offline and try to upload it that way. But for now, we're going to continue to try to roll.
All right. Now I've got to find out where we were.
I can't even help you because I had went offline.
Yeah. I know where it was. I had a look. So we should be right. We were. What about here?
I'm the face that you have to face. Getting your stare. I was left, I was right, I'm with me. I'm gone, and I will take you down to me. So who are you? Yeah, who are you? So who are you? Yeah, who are you? Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. What am I saying? Not like the others. What am I saying? Not just another word in your face. Nothing but cancer. What am I saying? I'll never surrender. What am I saying? Not like the others. What am I saying? Not just another word in your face. Nothing but cancer. What am I saying? I'll never surrender. What am I saying? Not like the others. What am I saying? Not just another word in your face. Nothing but cancer. What am I saying? I'll never surrender. What am I saying? Not like the others. What am I saying? Not just another word in your face. Nothing but cancer. What am I saying? I'll
Okay, thank you. More music. I needed that fucking laugh. To those of you just joining in, apparently, while I was a little upset, the gist of it is I'm in a bad place personally with life because of a couple of recent events in the news, which led into our stream being shut down again due to policy violations on a warning video. So we had to scramble to get this stream up and hope people stayed around and tuned back in, which reminded me of a gentleman who shared some information about how the warnings Discord and this Gala cunt who works for the warning that runs it, shutting down my shared content over there that he was sharing. And then when he tried to defend it, he got blacklisted and banned. When you couple all that with Powell playing What Slutty Picture Can I Put Out Today, with her making ridiculous comments that thank God Halsey also works as hard as they do because they didn't think anybody else did. Completely taking a steaming ignorant pile of shit on every band in history who has lugged their own equipment, didn't have mom and dad's credit card there to get them into nice hotels, didn't have a security staff and everything else. My anger is at a boiling over point. And as much as I know you all love the warning, as do I am real close to being done supporting a band who doesn't give a shit about their fans, who lets a bunch of idiots run all their fan interactions, and has no focus whatsoever on their career, just bitches and whines about how tired they are and how hard they work. One of them drastically wants to be the next Playmate of the Month, apparently. I'm so tired of it. There are real world problems that are so much more important. So my love of watching the warning and the joy I got from them has turned into one more big fuck you after another. So that's what the anger was all about. I wasn't even going to bring my warning anger into it. But when my stream got canceled again, and I promise you it was over warning content, I'm at the end of my rope. I don't want to hear record companies. I don't want to. At the end of the day, Danny Powell and fucking Allie could do something about this. At the very least, they could address their fans on a national poll or national scale and say, look, we apologize for what's going on. It's out of our control. There's no way they don't know about it when their own Discord channel is pulling this shit with people. They don't care. They can't be bothered. They're too fucking busy. Apparently, they're the hardest working band who's ever existed. Fuck the Beatles. Fuck Kiss, AC/DC, all these people who spilt blood, sweat, and tears paying their fucking dues in dive club after dive club while these girls trot around with a full security staff in fucking big, elaborate fucking RVs show to show. Can't be bothered to stand up and stand shoulder to shoulder to take a picture with a fan who just paid you money to fucking be at a meet and greet. Instead, you got to stand behind like some fuckhole having a social distance during COVID and get your picture taken with them because these princesses are too goddamn elite to even be breathed on by us fucking peasants. I'm at the end of my rope. So my statement was one more fucking problem. One more video gets pulled and I'm done. The warning will cease to exist on this channel until they fucking stand up and do something about it. I don't have this problem with Kiss, AC/DC, Van Halen, Aerosmith, all these bands who the warning could only aspire to be a pimple on the ass of when their career's all said and done. These bands all work for record companies too. They don't own all their publishing, but there's no problem here. Nothing to see here with them. But apparently the warning thinks they are more important than Christ himself. So I hate the
I'm going to jump in, Rob, though. This is not the warning problem with UMG. If you look at all the other reactors, they don't even react to the warning. They're having the same problems with any artist they cover through the UMG group.
Well, we didn't. We haven't had a problem with any other artist.
Well, we haven't really done a lot, though. Like everyone said, put the AC/DC concert up that Scotty want, and guarantee it gets ripped down straight away.
Well, AC/DC's under SME, Kiss is under Pop House. All the other bands are under different things, and they have different rules. I just want to say real quick, I'm going to just slightly defend Pow in a tiny little way of a theoretical opinion. I don't think she was talking about bands in all of history. I think she's just talking about the current bands that are out there doing their thing that maybe she thinks or she sees that the warning works harder than they do. And that's all I'm going to say.
I get that, and I saw that point of view too. Except when I form an opinion, it's based on a body of work. And I have seen her dominate interviews forever. And not because the questions are directed at her, single-handedly stepping on one of her sisters while they're already answering a question.
I've seen that lots of times.
I've seen her put these. There's no way to say it, people. If you'd see the pictures that I've seen from her own fucking phone that she has put on social media lately, it's like these are her OnlyFans page photos. It's beyond ridiculous when you have a fan base criticizing anyone who dares say they're attractive when she's putting herself out basically like slut of the month. I've seen and heard too much from Powell lately. We're so tired. We've been on the road so much. This, that, it's one excuse after another. So any stupid comment, no matter how well-intentioned out of her mouth, for me, is just adding on to the pile of my angst towards her. And you put it all on top of her lackluster performances to fans in small venues because she's tired. I just see the Gen Z screaming out of Pow, and it's a very ugly look. And as far as this not being a warning thing, Dave, the Discord thing is. That is run by their person. Their person blacklisted a person who tried to defend me and say I wasn't racist. So he got blacklisted. That's a warning. That is a warning.
I don't know about the Discord. I know Patreon is run by them. I'm not sure how Discord works. I'm on plenty of Discord channels, and
this lady's name
whenever the content
is like Gayla or Gailey or some bitch. And it was pointed out to me by several people in reactions to that post I put up of that email that was shared with me, that he was sharing my stuff. and people started bitching about me, saying they won't watch this channel because I'm racist, because I used Mexican food names instead of their Mexican song title. All right. Beyond ridiculous with their lack of humor there. But when he tried to point that out, this dictator cunt banned him.
Yeah, and I get all that, but like I said, I don't know how much the warning actually has to do with their Discord channel.
She works
Because-
for the warning. They handle that for the warning. That's what I've been told. And if that is the case,
They're just moderate. No one gets paid to do any of that. It's just
I don't give a
voluntary
shit.
thing.
The warning should have their finger on the pulse of anybody who is representing their company and their brand and how they're treating their fans.
But
And
how
if
did
they
the Kiss
don't,
Army?
because they
How
don't
did the
care.
Kiss Army work? Kiss didn't have anything to do with the Kiss Army.
Kiss didn't start the Kiss Army.
Yeah, well, I don't think the warning started the warning army. It was just a group of fans that started it.
No, but Kiss never had a representative working for them to monitor the Kiss Army.
But as I said, I don't know if she actually works for them. Does she actually get paid by the warning? We need to find that out before we go too far down that rabbit hole, because a lot of these things are just people just become a moderator, and that's how it is. And I've been on plenty of channels where some of the moderators are complete dickheads and go over the top. And then they disappear and another moderator comes and they're fine. They let shit go. And
Well,
yeah,
all I'm saying is these warnings, and this gentleman was a Patreon, high-paying Patreon. He knows his shit. So they knew this woman by name in the warning world. That's all I'm telling you.
and that's what I think. They do run the Patreon. They always have. But I think Discord is completely different.
Okay. Well, you there. Gala is a trusted fan. Trusted by who? The warning? This is what I'm saying. If I'm Rob, if we're Toons Brothers, a music band, right? And we know there are fan sites out there. If we have no control over it, you're going to hear about negativity. Don't kid yourself. The warning is heard about every fucking reactor who has been pulled down due to this fucking movie that they put out. Have you seen one post anywhere from the warning apologizing, explaining, saying this is out of our control?
But once again, I haven't seen any posts from any other bands that have their things taken down by reactors. I don't
Show
care.
me
They-
one that's been taken down, Dave. I've been doing reactions for 3 years. I've never
I
had
know,
another band pull me
But
down.
there are huge channels there. Rick Beato has been getting copyright strikes left, right, and center
No,
from UMG.
the ones that I
Everyone.
get that I can't use, AC/DC, ELO. Those are the two. I
Beatles.
can't even put it up. I don't have a complaint about that. What I have a complaint about is it running for months and then getting taken down, and it
That
says
just-
on behalf of this person.
Because we're a smaller channel, sometimes you skip through all the algorithms for a little while and then it catches you.
Yeah, you lost
Obviously,
that.
the bigger channels,
You know,
Cool.
until you can have your opinions, and that's great. I'm not gonna, take that away from you. I don't have the sympathy you do. I don't give the benefit of doubt you do. Not when
it's not sympathy. I have no sympathy for what's happening, but I don't think it's the warning's fault that this is happening.
I don't think it's their fault that it's happening, as in they're putting their fucking finger on the button. I'm saying it's their fault for being so detached from their fan base. This I have gotten from high-paying Patreon people from the beginning that help fund the warning's actual beginning. Pissed off on how they are getting slighted by the warning now. This is
But-
not just me guessing, Dave.
I
This is me
I saw
getting
the post
insider
as well, but
information. This
remember
band
he was a
becomes
he's
so
a-
entitled and self-involved that they have forgotten about their fan base. That's what I'm telling.
I'm going to agree to disagree. I just think it's a bit over the top to blame the warning for the stuff that goes on with blocking and stuff. So anyway, let's move on. Otherwise, this is not a warning video. This is a warning. Destruction.
Are we going to react to the song we just watched?
I already did.
Forgot
but
about
Dave
it.
cut me off. I said it's a shitty song by a shitty band.
Actually, I don't mind the Foo Fighters and I don't mind that song, and I think they did a great job. I think they did a
Yeah.
great job the first time they did it.
I was going to say they did a good job handling the song, but the song itself sounds like somebody was having an acid trip while watching Sesame Street.
Have you listened to the
Three of
original?
these things belong together. Three of these things are kind of the same. Blah blah blah. Yo, it sounds like that Sesame Street song that somebody just threw up some different lyrics and rearranged the words. And I think it was the Sesame Street song that inspired this to be written by the Foo Fighters.
We're talking about Dave Grohl here, right?
Yeah, whoever the other.
We're talking about a
involved.
former member of Nirvana, right?
Yeah.
Does it surprise you that this song is on a child level? No, it doesn't. And here's the thing, Paul. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you're saying you're on an artist level. Really, Paul Sink, send me your catalog. Now, that's BS from whoever told you that.
I think it means he's on an artist level.
They didn't tell me anything, Paul. They sent me the fucking email. You fuckers sit there and think I get bent out of shape on a hunch. This has gone on to Victory Cast, where you all assumed I didn't know the first fucking thing about music when I told you there were backtracks on their live performances. So what did I have to do? I had to go out and use professional grade software to isolate the fucking tracks to prove to all you fuckers that I was right. I am not some goddamn idiot spouting off of the mouth here, no matter what you fucking think. I didn't just run with somebody's story, right? I'm not CNN. I'm not fake news. You fucking bitch, all right? This is based on what I learned from a credible person who sent me proof. So if any of you want to fucking continue to defend this band, panelists included, more power to you. I have been watching music closely since I was in elementary school. When I became my teen years and 20 years, I got really invested in learning the behind the scenes shit. You're all in dream world if you think these three fucking girls give a rat's fat ass about you. And if you think they're not going to be corrupted by the machine and they've got all this creative control and they only have your best interest at heart, you are falling victim to every other fucking scam that has been put forward by every other fucking band. It's about money, what they can achieve the quickest way fucking possible. And the people who followed them from the jump don't mean shit. And since my panelists don't like
You're saying Danny isn't genuine when you're better than
I feel like I'm on CNN now. I can't even finish a thought on my own show. If my panelists are going to continue to fucking act like I'm wrong, then they can sit on this show without me and kiss the warning's ass every fucking episode. I will start my own where I am going to tell you the fucking truth. And then we'll all be fucking happy. But this is the last episode I'm going to sit on and listen to a fucking panelist or a commenter try to tell me I'm wrong for what I'm pointing out about what's going on in this band. You will all owe me a giant apology one day.
Rob, I think Dave checked out. I don't disagree with you. You are speaking the truth. Like I said, I've got my problems with the warning too. You know, maybe it's more of a musical selection that bothers me most. I don't know about the behind the scenes stuff like you do. I'm not saying anything to disagree with you as far as any real issue is concerned. It's just that it's unfortunate this stuff happened. And I don't know if Dave's coming back later on.
He won't come back.
Do you think he'll come back for Tuesday, or he's really not?
No, I think he's done because Dave has proved one thing to me: as valuable as he is to the show on camera and behind the scenes, he cannot take anybody having a difference of opinion with him unless they bow down and let him be right or change the subject. There are people who will go to the end of the road and fucking defend something no matter what. And there are people, when they know they can no longer defend it and don't like your point of view, that just check out. We just saw what happened.
Well,
so it's up to you. I don't have anything anymore because this was all on his end.
So we no longer have content to put up.
No, we got nothing. And at this point in time, I don't give a shit. And
Yeah.
it's probably for the best, because I've been having nothing but problems with warning content. Nothing but fucking problems.
Yeah.
But you're not going to sit on my fucking show and keep me from talking, Dave, or anybody else. Ever. Nobody is going to bully me on my own show. Not a commenter, not a panelist, not a record publisher, nobody. So if you can't take it and you want to sit in my fucking face and cut me off telling me how I'm wrong when you don't know anything about the situation, all you're going off of is what you hope is the fucking case. What I'm going off of is shit I've been going through for 3 years. And fans of the Warning reaching out to me and telling me some ugly, ugly shit about the band. And when I try to leave their names and proof out of it and just say, hey, don't be surprised. You're seeing firsthand what is starting to happen with this band. So I have no time for that. I have absolutely no fucking time for anybody who wants to call me wrong and then end the argument. That's not how arguments and debates work. There's a winner and there's a loser, or there's an agreement on when it's time to just move on. You don't just tell me, the host, let's move on, because you can't rebut me, but you want to tell me I'm wrong. You can say I'm fucking going to disagree with you, but don't tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I don't think he was trying to tell you were wrong. I think he just wanted to get back to the topic, not to lose the viewers. That's what he said. He says, I want to get back to the warning content.
I warned everybody involved going into tonight that I was on the edge. Some people like to check out and not pay attention to things in their own world, and that's fine. I was like that for the bulk of my life. But certain things are so important that ignoring them is doing an injustice to yourself and to your country, to the world, to humanity. So these two horrific things have been on my mind all week. I can't sleep without thinking about it. I have visions of a poor girl getting massacred by another fucking thug who's let out continually on fucking no bail by activist judges. I've got a fucking asshole college student who is too fucking stupid to try to have a logical debate, assassinate somebody. So I warned everybody going in. Now's not the night to piss me off. I wasn't bring warning stuff up, but it brought itself up when they yanked my fucking stream down again.
Can I just say something, Rob? I don't know what I missed. My internet went out, so I don't know what I missed.
Oh, I ripped you 6 ways of Sunday because I thought you just ditched.
No, we've got internet being, I don't know, they're giving us a big speed boost, but it's been dropping in and out. So you ripped me. What did I get ripped for?
For leaving.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, because the way it looked at in context is that you got tired of me disagreeing with you and you were defending the warning, so you just checked up.
Can I just say something, Rob? I don't mind that you disagree. We're allowed to disagree. That's what it's about. And for what you were saying about what's been going on this week, I totally understand that. Obviously, you're really upset from shit that's happened. I said we haven't had it in Australia. Obviously, we know about it. We've heard about it. And there are a lot of people here in Australia that are very pissed off about it because we're going through our own shit as well. So I get where you're coming from. And I'm not disagreeing with you in principle either. There are a few things I don't agree with you. That's fine. We don't have to agree on everything because, as we said before, this show would be shit if we did. But I'm with you, brother. Always have been, all right? So, I've got you back.
I took a week off of work this week. I have never been this upset with current events in this country. But I think, and the fact that 119 people are watching us babble here is incredible. Because I've had a lot of people reach out with very, very, respectfully on my Facebook post and on the post I put on this channel about Charlie Kirk, saying I didn't agree with him, but this is bullshit. But
I didn't
For some reason, this is bothering me like they just assassinated a president. And
Well-
I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of the image of that poor girl crying and bleeding to death while 4 black people sat there on their fucking phones watching.
No, I do know what you're talking about there because I have seen the video about that girl, and we have a lot of that kind of violence over here as well. And something's got to change. I don't know what
I just
we
snapped.
can do.
I mean, going through all the Black Lives Matter fraud, the hooligans, thugs, looking for an excuse to fucking pillage, burn, and steal TVs for their broke ass welfare check cashing motherfucking asses. To basically the whole world who disagreed with it being told we were fascists and Nazis, and there's nothing wrong here. To states like California saying, go ahead, steal all the shit you want, and then cry when the stores shut down and move out of their state. Eventually, you reach a breaking point. And 1-2 punch this week was enough. You had the ugly black culture bullshit coupled with the absolute radical fucking new world order-ish fucking left-wing crazy shit taking out a conservative who was making a difference and saying he was spewing hate speech. He got what he deserved. Hate speech. Saying that life begins at inception or conception. Saying that, we should have a wall. Saying that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. At what point in time is that considered hate speech versus an opinion? So all of this has weighed so hard on me all week, and I am usually the last person in the world to let anything outside of my bubble bother me. I can't shake these two things.
I didn't even know about the girl who got killed until you mentioned it tonight, because all I've been hearing about is Charlie Kirk. And
do yourself a favor and don't even watch the video, because if you have any heart or soul at all, it will keep you up at night.
I don't like to watch a lot of things. Hey, do you remember when I think that lady's name was Sue Smith back in the early 90s when she drowned her 2 kids in the car? That stuff stayed with me for weeks.
Yeah.
And all I could think was they should throw her in the pool with a heavy fucking concrete thing and chains and leave her in the water to drown.
So we'll continue this stream. I don't know what the point is. Anybody who would watch this in the future would be like, what the fuck am I watching? And they'll shut it off. But to those 119, I apologize for the rage, but you got to understand. I warned you when I came in, I was going to sit here and just take it in because I was not in the mood. But that policy shit again on a warning video, I snapped because I'm already on the edge with some crap with this band I don't like. Starting with their direction, starting with their level of effort on stage, starting with everything. And then I get this yanked again. And until this shit happens to me, Dave, sorry, we can agree to disagree on any other band. Until this happens to me and I get a policy violation stream ended, or I get 3 weeks after a video is out, small channel or not, Kiss decides to yank my channel. Until this shit happens with any other band, I am putting the warning on notice, because they may not be doing it, but they damn sure are aware of it, because this is a complaint run through the whole warning fucking nation out there. And they're not even addressing it. It takes 5 minutes to put out a post on their social media preference saying we're aware of this. There's really nothing we can do about it. Yada, yada, owns the rights, whatever. At least show you're aware and you care, and let your fan base know that you are not for what's happening. It's simple. It's quick. It's easy. Get back to the videos.
Oh, shit. Now I got to find out where we were again.
You ended with the Sesame Street song.
Yeah, the Foo Fighter thing.
The Pretender, you mean? Yeah, that's not the problem. It's knowing what the time was.
Oh.
Let's see if I work it out. Let me just pause that because we don't need to listen to that shit. See, sometimes it goes hard, doesn't it? Let's find
Are
that.
you seeing timestamps?
I can see, no. No, I'm just going to where they finished playing.
Yeah, we haven't seen Powell out talking yet, have we?
No. So 9:26 was when the Foo Fighters song started. So this must be around here somewhere. This will be the end of the song, I think. So we'll go from here.
Good call.
Good guess. I should be a video editor.
You know, something that's super important to all of us is all the hard work behind this project. You know, this didn't appear out of thin air. We had to work for many days, many hours, many years. We sacrificed not going to parties, not hanging out with our friends, and most of our free time. Oh, sorry. And, and a lot of people ask us, why do you even do this? Why do you even waste a second of your time on this? It's not like you're gonna get anywhere. You're just wasting your time. And some people even tell me, you're a girl, you can't play the drums. That's only for boys. And stuff like that, you know? And, and the reason we do all of this, the reason we spend so much time on this, is because we love this. Because this is a passion. This is not just some hobby. This is something we want to do for the rest of our lives. And something that we really want to transmit is that you can do whatever you want if you work hard for it. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy, young or old. Music is for everybody. Do what you love. Break the boundaries. Work hard for it.
I'm glad she said just girl and boy.
Yeah.
We haven't achieved all of our goals yet. We still have a lot of work to do. We will feel satisfied when, with one of our songs, we get to inspire someone the same way other songs inspired us. You know, that song that you play over and over again because it gives you goosebumps or it makes you feel something special. All of this work has brought us moments to be proud of, like our EP on iTunes that is called Escape the Mind. Those were the very first songs we ever made. It was meant as an experiment to find our own sound, and as a result, the songs came out in very different genres. One of those songs that is called Free Falling, we found out that it was going to be in the new Rock Band 4. We were shocked. It was amazing when we found out. We were speechless. So it's awesome because all of this started because of the Rock Band. It inspired us to start a band. So it's awesome that it's now on the Rock Band, our song. It's just incredible. For this year, we're trying to make a complete album, and one of the songs that you're going to be able to hear in our future LP is our last song, Exterminated.
Everything's gray all around me. It's decay. Darkness invades me again.
All right. Bless all of you in the comments for trying to fucking make me laugh. It's working. This song I would love to hear done now. This is a badass rocker. Was this off the EP or off 21st Century Blood?
It's an extra live track
Hmm.
session in 21st Century Blood.
Okay. This one, I think they could really turn into something special now. Obviously, did it tremendous here, but just listen, just musically to that thing. It's and damn, who I think or somebody said it. Actually, sounds like a Kiss song. This does sound like a classic rock banger. And Clay, yes, I agree with you on your comment about what has been unleashed on the world, and I'll stay off of it now. But yes, I thought the same thing. Okay, Louis.
I don't remember who said what, but are you referring to what he said? I forget who said it. Just imagine how great this song would be if we had two bass drums.
No, that was one of the comments that made me laugh, though.
Yeah. I don't know what to say extra than that. Yeah, you covered like how I feel about the song. It's a good song and it can be reworked into something more energetic and stronger. And while you were out trying to get back in with the internet thing and your computer, Allie introduced her sisters and gave their ages. And I believe she said 15, 13, and 11.
That's unbelievable.
Is that what she said, Dave? 15, 13,
said-
and 11?
She certainly did, Rob. Sorry, Rob. Lou, your mind still works.
Yeah, it works
I mean,
a little bit.
at 10, I was given my first acoustic guitar for Christmas. At 11, I still didn't know a chord. So,
I thought it was
Dave.
the thing that came out of the guitar.
yeah,
I
you
had
play
a toy guitar when I was about 6 years old, and it was made of wood, so it wasn't a plastic thing. And I would just go strum it up and down all day long, walking around the house, ring, ring, ring. I didn't know how to do anything else, but that's what I did.
Now, let's be honest, Louis. How good did you think it sounded?
Hey, the strings sounded good because it was a wooden guitar.
That's what I mean. Even back then, even though we couldn't play a damn thing.
Oh, you know what I used to own?
It sounded so good.
I used to have this toy rifle. You crank the lever and bring it back and pull the trigger, and it made a really loud noise.
Do you have toy guns over in America still?
I
Yeah,
don't.
they got them.
We do, but they don't look like guns anymore. They're like bright,
Well, a lot of them they put the
aqua.
yellow plastic cap on the
Yeah.
barrel.
When I was kid, boy, you couldn't even tell the difference
Or
between the
orange.
real good and the shit you'd buy in a toy store, right? JC, is that a real thing? The Warning did a cover of Kumbaya. That would be cool to hear.
Hey, we could do that.
Yeah,
Tune Brothers by the Campfire.
there you go.
We could have a little campfire background and we're Kumbaya, my lord.
Nah,
We could do
no,
three or four piece heartbeat. That would be great. I could
There's
think.
some,
Well, I
chur-
reckon
there's some churchy songs I like, but not that one.
J.
come-
Bake Lewis,
we could put a rock
plastic
to it.
wasn't even invented when you were 6 years old.
I think there was plastic somewhere. Something was made of plastic. Radios, transistor radios were made of plastic.
I must admit, when I was like 6 or 7, my little transistor radio with that little earpiece that you could,
Yeah.
that was the world to me. That was
I used to. I was like, the Beatles was all I really knew, and I just waited all day long to hear a Beatles song on the radio back when I was like 8 years old.
it was sweet for me. But yeah, listening to the rock station do their top 40 on a Friday night was just
Yes,
simple
and,
things.
Casey Kasem here in America doing the top 40 countdown every Sunday. J. Bake, we used to have candy cigarettes, toy guns with caps that popped and smoked. We were badass.
Our candy
Whoa.
cigarettes were called fags.
Well, okay.
They're not called that anymore.
We used to have those candy cigarettes. They were like chalky, and you just bit off
You
the
can,
end.
you can still buy them. We found them it's called, I think, the world's largest or Minnesota's largest candy store or something like that. Giant building. It's bright yellow. I mean, it's just a fun place to go. And they got all the vintage candy. And we bought, they're terrible, right? I mean, they taste like chalk too.
Yeah, Oh, I
But you,
always,
if you blew on them, the powder would come out the front
yes,
like
powder
smoke.
come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing. And it had like a little bit of red on the tip at the end, like coloring or something. Oh, here's what I want to say. I should go and do this, but I'm just always too lazy. My son showed me this really wild thing one time. You buy a roll of the paper caps, not the plastic wheelhouse. You get the paper caps,
Yep.
okay?
And you hit
And
them with a hammer.
well, no, you could do that too. What's what my son did? He flattens it a little bit so they won't fall over. He puts it on the ground so they're, you know, this way. Shit, like this way instead of flat, right? And you take a baseball bat and you line it up. You hold it up the baseball bat and you let it where it could slide down and hit the ground. The fucking thing sounds like a fucking M80 going off. You boom, all of them at the same time, and it like, oh my god, you're gonna get the cops here. It's really cool. You know, that one I suggest try it home, but not in your house, outside in the driveway.
Damn who with the Step Brothers reference just teabagged your drum set. Jay Bake's mom used to send him to the store to buy cigarettes when he was 7. They just handed them over. Yeah, that was a thing, man. We lived in such a more laid back society back then. I don't know about Australia, but here in the States, man.
Well, I think back in those days, you could just call the store and say, "My son's coming in to get me some
Or
cigarettes."
send a
Let him
note.
have it.
Yeah.
Or
I
they've said
don't.
before.
I don't even think we did that. I just remember buying cigarettes when I was 10 or 11. Because
Yeah.
I suppose no one cared. Cigarettes weren't that bad back then, were they?
Yeah, sometimes you could lie to them and say, "My mom said to come get these."
Exactly right. Could buy
Okay,
fireworks too. We're not
So
allowed to buy
back
fireworks
to
anymore.
being young and untalented. We all had rack stereos, right? If you were, it had
Yep.
you had your receiver, your AM, FM, your cassettes, and this. And
Yeah,
mine had
separate components.
like an auxiliary jack that was big enough for a guitar jack. My first electric guitar, which was an imitation Les Paul maroon, I'd plug it into that. And it, no distortion, no nothing. It's just a stereo. Blew the fuck out of them speakers, but yeah. So seeing these girls do what they do at this age, always impressive. Always so much fun for me to go back and watch them at this age. Because I don't know, and I can't say they didn't, but Beatles, Kiss, Aerosmith, ACD. You don't hear stories of them in bands when they were 10 to 15 years old, right? You hear maybe 18, 19 or something. So this is just a cool thing that they got into, a good story. And hearing the stories gets a little tiresome, right? Every interview about the rock star influence. But when you see them at this age, it's something special.
Hey, I was good at that game.
I never played any of that stuff. I was never a gamer, really, other than like Mario.
I was the best I could ever play a guitar, so I could do some intricate on those 5 little buttons there. Yeah.
The Fonz. I used to light Dad's cigarette and take a few puffs and keep going. Yes, my grandmother gave me my first drag of a cigarette when I was in elementary school. Fabulous family, man. Things were so cool back then. I think she gave me my first beer too. I mean, we're talking, pre 10 years old. And
Yeah.
what'd you learn? This tastes disgusting. I'm never doing it again.
Mm.
And fast forward to 16, and I start being a chain smoker from that point on. So there you
There's
go. Little
there was a
grandma,
great,
not
I know
mine.
what you're saying. There was a great video. I think it's more an Australian thing, but it's set back like in the 70s, and it's got mum and dad sitting there, and the son's near the PowerPoints with a paper clip, and the
Yeah.
mum's about to say to him, "Stop it," and the dad goes, "No, wait,
That's like, have you ever seen Titus?
no."
That there was something similar in a show, a sitcom, a short run sitcom called Titus, and Creech, Keach, Stacy Keach, was the dad, and the mom was telling Titus not to stick, something in light socket. And he's like, no, wait, and then he let him do it, and the lights flicker. He goes, yeah, bet you won't do that again.
Well, it's the same. You look at all the products we get now, and some of the instructions that what they tell you not to do. You think you really need to be told not to do that?
Yeah.
My God.
I stuck a bobby pin in a light socket a couple times. I wasn't smart. I didn't learn the first time. I had to do it again like the fucking idiot that I am.
Did you do a Three Stooges thing?
No, I just like, I was like, ooh, and I got really scared because I thought my parents knew I did it and were going to beat the crap out of me. Then I looked around and go, I'll try it one more time. Okay.
And everybody's saying, I don't know how I survived. I had secondhand smoke. That's the thing. Boomers and Gen X, we're tough as fucking nails because of our childhood, right? You flip over your fucking handlebars, chip a tooth, skin your knees
No
down
helmet.
to fucking bone. You know, you snivel a little bit, you get back on your fucking bike and you pick the gravel out and you keep going. We weren't wrapped in bubble wrap and have, you know, cushy helmets on and all that shit. We just took our lumps and got tough. Jay Bake had some horrific childhood experiences here. His grandfather used to pour his own lead fishing weights. He would use all of us kids to take the raw lead out of the molds. I bet the level of lead in my blood is still 50 times higher than normal. Okay,
And
so
we grew up tougher for it. That's the thing. You know, as you said, kids are just wrapped in cotton wool. They've got no idea anymore.
yeah, I mean, we didn't get seat belted in or have car seats. We rode in the back of the station wagon or the back of the truck box, getting thrown all over. We didn't give a fuck. We all survived.
We used to
We
stand
didn't. We
up in the
didn't. We
back
didn't go
seat.
online and type mean things to people. We said it to their face, and they beat the shit out of us, and we
Yeah,
learn our lesson.
I used to get beaten up so many times by the older neighbor dudes, and I wouldn't call them bullies because I would provoke it. Me and my neighbor, we would provoke my older brother and his friends. We'd get our asses pummeled all the time. That's why I can take a beating.
Hmm.
It builds character. All
It
right,
is.
so
you got to learn. Got to learn to take a beating.
but you never did tell us what you thought of the song, Dave.
I like the song. Yeah, like it wasn't one of my favorites. I don't think on 21st Century Blood. It's going back a long time ago, but I like the way they did it again. And you know, Ali's just so cute. Like, you know, wish my daughter had learned an instrument.
Steve Barkley, pinball. Yes, remember tilting the machine on purpose? Just kind of rock it as hard as you could.
Yeah, and they get extra pissed off about it.
Yep.
Hey, Dave.
I think some of those tilts were set up a little bit too easy though.
We would have been seen, thank you, Fonz, as uncool if we had a helmet, knee pads, and elbow pads. We would have been ridiculed by everybody older than us to the point where we'd have to run home in tears and throw a tantrum to our parents that they made me get embarrassed. Same with book bags, right? We didn't wear backpacks. The only people who wore backpacks in elementary school and junior high were the nerds because we just tucked all the books under our arm, and if we were forced to tag a bag, we carried it by the handle, right? Because it was considered gay and sissy to actually wear a backpack. Then it came up, we were all right because it was like bad for your back and your posture years and years later. But
I'll tell you how tough we were. Now you remember the bikes we rode with the dragsters,
yeah,
and they'd have the T-bar type thing,
Mhm,
right
mhm.
where when you went forward, you'd hit your nuts and dick right on top of it. A friend of mine actually tore his scrotum open on it.
Tore his scrotum open.
Open.
Yikes! Did
We were going
both
through it.
balls fall out, or
I didn't see it. I just saw the blood coming down his leg and went and got a guy next to this alleyway because I thought, oh, I think he's in trouble here.
Basement Rock? Can I have a Toons Brothers T-shirt shipped to Mexico? That's cool. How much does it cost? I don't know. I know the shipping is ridiculous from the States to Australia. We could definitely check into that. Fair warning, I have been called a racist by people who think it's racist to, use Mexican menu items as song titles. So I don't know if you'd get beaten for wearing that shirt in Mexico or not. But we'll look into it.
I can tell you now that the T-shirts for me to get made are about $28 Australian, which I think is around 18 or 19 US
For the shirt itself.
for the shirt
Printed-
itself. So
Printed
yeah.
and everything.
Yep, that's the
So it
shirt
just
all printed up.
Comes down to shipping.
Yep.
Use the email address or Dave's Facebook or whatever. Give us
Yes.
a
Send me
address.
your zip code and stuff or whatever
Yeah,
you
zip
call it over
code,
there.
and we'll get you a quote of how much it costs. We can certainly work that out.
Obviously, the more shirts I can order, the cheaper I can get them. So
Well, then maybe I'll have to go in with you and we'll just order a batch up. What the problem is, not everybody wears the same size, right?
No, I mean that's the issue. Like I think it's
Well, you know, the trouble with T-shirt sizes, they're not the same anymore. I have old Gildans from 10 years ago that they never shrink. They hang nice and baggy on me. Now I get a new T-shirt. It doesn't. It's the same size, doesn't fit as well. One wash and I can't use it at all except around the house. I can't go out with it. So I have my
it's like a boob tube.
It depends on the brand too, right? J-Bake is probably the coolest fucker in the world. Speaking of racism,
Yeah, come on.
a t-shirt is $28 Australian, is like $250 plus a kangaroo pelt. So see, that's what they don't put this shit on the Discord channel, right? To give context to why we're saying what we're saying. It's all in fun. Yeah, awesome. Let's get back to the next video.
Well, I think that was basically the end of that one.
All
Oh,
right,
so we're going on to the next one?
I think so because yeah, I think that was the last song they did. So
all right, whatever way we got to do it.
let me just
Okay,
get rid of
Steve,
them.
this has become more fun than a warning video, reliving my childhood here. We used to have block wars and threw them at each other. We would
That's
throw
fair.
anything we possibly could. We could buy guns that shot either rubber BBs or flying discs. And the amount of times someone took one in an eye was priceless. Everybody laughed, including the one crying. Once they got done crying, they were laughing. We got shot, kicked, stabbed even by things that weren't even knives because we didn't give a fuck, right? I mean, we shot real BB guns at each other when we got bored of knocking cans down.
But we used to go to the building sites when they were building, and they'd cut out all the dirt to put the shit down. So we'd get inside like there were bunkers, and we'd throw shit at each other. But someone threw a brick one day and it hit me in the head. So all I can remember is running down the road with blood just streaming down my head. Of course, running doesn't help. And my mum thought I was dead.
We had to play,
That's
and
what we did.
we had real lawn darts, right? Not these stupid beanbag ones that they have now. And we had games where we would throw them as high as we could in the air, and you weren't allowed to move. So you'd better hope you could dodge it in the steps you were standing in. And several times people took one in the toe, and you know, it just is what it fucking is. Yes, Fonz, I do remember the movie Rad. BMX was all the fucking rage in my childhood. We used to go up to fields and build half pipes and quarter pipes from old construction wood, or I don't know if it was old, we'd steal it from there. Yeah, and you'd go up, you'd wipe out, you'd skin up, you'd bleed everywhere, and you'd get back on and do it again. I mean, it just, life was so cool back then. All right, so we're moving on to 2017. I could go through everybody's stories here, and I would love to. Still 111 people who agree. Fatima, I'm hoping left because we weren't talking about the warning, and not that she was upset that I have called the warning out 6 ways of Sunday. But if that's
I didn't get that from
because the thing that concerned me is she said it's been nice meeting everybody, not I'll see ya or anything. It was kind of like the I'm out of here. So if it was over her political beliefs, good riddance. Because obviously she has a problem with everything that has set me off, which would mean she's on the wrong side of things. If it's just because I was mocking the warning, again, good riddance. I tell it like it is, how I feel. It doesn't matter if it's Kiss. Anybody who thinks I'm picking on the warning, go watch any Kiss video. My hero of all time, Paul Stanley, I have thrown under the bus every chance I get for everything stupid he's ever done or said. So I won't apologize for that. So hopefully Fatima just was getting fatigue on the non-music and just talk. Yeah, I will not apologize. But anyway, you got 2017 warmed up?
I do.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Look how old they are.
You all got so innocent. another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve. It's another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve. It's another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve. It's another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve. When you roll along, when no one to hold, don't come here 'cause we won't be here. You let us down, we gave you trust. You bet if you chose them over us. It's another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve. It's another ball for better or for worse. You'll get what you deserve.
Muted, Rob.
Okay, you can tell it's early on in their career here because they haven't got enough money to get POW cymbals without holes in them. Yes, this is the POW I loved. Whatever is whatever. I absolutely love her just being an absolute maniac behind the drum kit. So fun to watch. Louie.
I was just going to say, what a difference a year makes.
Yeah.
You know, they were really bringing the A game here, man. I'm glad we're doing this show tonight. And even though I've seen these, I kind of forgot how the difference in the energy and the professionalism is between those 2 points. And I'm sure along the way, there's other stuff in between that we could probably find somewhere on YouTube. But yeah, I love the song. I like the way they played it. The energy was wild. Oh, I did read. I kind of put up a Google question or whatever to see what the answer I get. And it's like, why doesn't Pal play the drums the way she used to? And they responded back, oh, she was told not to play so hard because she kept breaking parts of her drum set, and they got tired of fixing it. That's what I read.
Don't set me off, Louie.
Sorry.
No, please,
Well,
Louis.
Yeah, we'll just dismiss that as BS because you wouldn't
No,
be
I
able.
dismissed it too.
No, I know it's not you. I'm just saying that excuse is beyond ridiculous. If you look at all the metal drummers who beat the drums even harder than she does, and they're grown ass men. If that's the case, they'd have to make drums out of solid steel, right? Bullshit. It's just another excuse. Dave.
Yeah, I loved it. The funny thing was me being on mute, telling you you're on mute.
I can see what you said though.
Because I looked up, oh, I'm on mute. What am I doing? Jesus. Yeah, as Louis said, what a difference a year makes. I mean, Danny looks grown up, considering how she looked before. And look, we all love the way Power played then. And would I like to see her still play that way? Yes. Obviously, she's changed her technique for whatever reason. But yeah, we'd all like to go back there. I don't think it's going to happen. So we'll have to put up with what we got.
Okay. Also, J-Bake, I think, mentioned how much better their English has gotten in a year. I don't know if I don't think they spoke on this one yet, but I did notice on the last one a noticeable difference between then and now in Danny's. Not that her English was back, but she had a much thicker accent back then that she has since lost when speaking English. So yeah, I mean that type of stuff is always interesting to watch as the years go on, and that's the part that makes me a little jealous of the modern day generations, especially when it comes to music. We didn't have, the Who, the Rolling Stones, Kiss, whoever your band was. There was no means for them to, document their everyday lives and put them online or something. So you really didn't get to see how they changed and aged in real time, right? It just it's something cool that technology has brought that would have been cool on Elvis. I mean, how cool would it have been to see Johnny Cash, these people, putting up, feeds every day and their lives and their thoughts. It'd have been just cool as hell, but is what it is.
Yeah, the thing I was going to say is like all the girls, their accents getting less and less there and more American sounding. That doesn't happen with a whole lot of people. Once people learn to speak a language, learn to speak English, their accent is there forever.
Yeah, look at Scott. He still speaks Southern.
Yeah. This is funny. My mom, her English is a little bit more American sounding than my dad's was. And my dad would speak with such a heavy accent. My mom goes to, "You've been living in this country for 40 fucking years, and you still talk like you got off the boat."
Racist. All right. What's the next one we got here, Dave? Or are we just guessing?
I will just guess. I've got no idea. I haven't seen it.
All right.
We just have another song.
Well, we do have another song. You're right.
Yes, that's what we have, folks.
Are you doing it, Rob? Or?
I don't have it. You do. Oh, shit. I do have it. Dion, yes. Dion Gehring says you had to jam along with your friends, with your favorite bands on the radio back in the day. That's how you learned how to play. And wasn't that a bitch before, fucking MP3s and computer sliders and all that? You had either put the fucking needle back to try to see, how that riff went constantly, scratching the shit out of your record in the process, or hit stop, rewind, play, stop, rewind. Oh, up, fast forward. Yeah. It was, we lived in some hard times, people. You have no idea. All right. Yeah. Let's get back to it.
Thank you so much. Hello, we are The Warning. We are three sisters with a passion for music. I'm Alejandra.
I'm Paulina.
And I'm Daniela.
We feel so honored of being here playing for you. Thank you so much for the invitation. We are especially excited because we already finished our first original album. And the songs that you're going to listen today are part of it. We're going to tell you a little bit of what's it about and why we love what we do so much.
Our album is basically about the 21st century and its society and some of the things that we would like to change about it. Hence its name, 21st Century Blood. We worked really hard on this album. We put so much time and care into it. Sure, we took a very long time making it since we were extremely careful to never lose sight of what we wanted our first album to be like. And thanks to all the people who helped us get what we needed, it was possible.
Yeah, and we've had many offers and requests from people who wanted to be a part of our journey. But they always wanted to change an aspect of who we were and what we wanted to do as a band in the business point of view. And that made us feel very disappointed because, why would we have to change ourselves to be successful? So this album is the result of us completely ignoring those people and doing our own thing because, thank you. One of the most important things to us is staying true to ourselves and what we want to do as musicians. Of course, we did listen to those people and what they had to say, but in the end, we didn't go with it because they wanted to change us for the wrong reasons. For us, music is born through feelings and inspiration. It's art, and it's our creative output, not just business. So this next song is called When I'm Alone. Full of color on the outside, but I only see in black and white. I'm desperate for some light in the corners of my mind, having hope but not enough, reaching out to find no one. Am I the only soul to have lost all control? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between. Our world has become my make reality.
could rewrite the story of my life. Would I hide every day behind the master's pain? They say I'm not alone, but do they even know it? Gets hard to breathe, stuck in between our wood. That's become my baby at the end. There's no escape from what was in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll fall all through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows my journey's long when I'm alone. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll fall all through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone. And every day I'll try to keep my feelings hidden inside, but nobody knows what I hold in my soul when I'm alone. When I'm alone.
Yeah, I noticed somebody said she breaks her stick on the last song. Did she just break one there? Let me back it up just a little bit. Right before,
Beep, beep, beep,
yeah,
beep.
once it right before Danny starts singing again and Pow hits that cymbal, it looks like something flies straight up in the air.
But nobody knows what I hold in my soul when I'm alone. When I'm alone.
See that? Oh, never mind. Never mind. My bad. I'm seeing the background little embers of my video flying up. Never mind. This is my third drink. J Bake is second guessing bringing something up, and I don't blame him. With the mood I've been in, he don't need me to rant on Pow's lack of playing energy. But it's a good question. If the cymbal, if she was asked to tone it down, how hard she hits, because the cymbals in recording were being too overpowering in the mix, and that's a very real possibility. And I guess it depends on people's taste, right? I'll never forget, I did a reaction to a Led Zeppelin song finally on my other channel, and I think it was Rock and Roll. And it was the beginning of that song, the cymbals were so high in the mix. It was just I mean, you couldn't even hear the drumming or the guitar or anything. And that's when I realized something I never realized about myself. I hate cymbals. I don't mind that, the hi-hat, but just hitting the crashes and rides excessively loud. It sounds like shit on any stereo. I would hope if that was the reason and she subconsciously just became neutered herself on the other drums just out of habit, that's something she could work her way through. You could also turn the mics down on the cymbals as well. But yeah, cymbal noise for me is obnoxious. I can't stand it. I never could. That's why drum solos kind of annoy me. I mean, guitar solos get annoying if they're just a million notes for no reason. But it's not that, because there are some cool drum beats and stuff, but it seems like everybody's drum solos in concerts they got to have, for every tom they hit, there's got to be a cymbal to follow. It just, the cymbal overrides the regular drums so bad. So that definitely could be a reason. I know this, if she had two bass drums, you wouldn't hear the cymbals as much. Dave, When I'm Alone, still one of my top favorite Warning songs of all time.
Yep, I've never heard them do it bad. I don't care whether she does it acoustically or they do it as a band. It always works really well. One of my really good friends is a drummer, and he hits those fucking cymbals so hard. When we used to be in like the little room, you know, you'd think the drums would be loud, but the cymbals were just like, and your ears just ring from the
Yeah.
cymbals all night. Just so I hear what you're saying. But yeah, I'll always love this song. This is, to me, is one of those songs that should always be in their set list.
Louie, apparently Pa was playing with big high heels in this. I did not notice that yet.
I didn't see that. I don't know. All I gotta say is, folks, I might be kicked off this stream for what I'm about to say, and I might be kicked off of YouTube's the Tunes Brothers panel. But this song I love so much. It's so energetic and beautifully melodic. It's one of the 25 to 27 songs, haven't really made an official decision, of songs that I like better than Choke.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to have a problem that you like this better than Choke. My problem is 25 or 26 songs that you like better than Choke.
Yeah, you want me to read them?
Yeah.
Okay, I like Disciple better than Choke. I like Animosity better than Choke. I like Amore better than Choke. I like Evolve better than Choke. I like Z better than Choke. I like Dust to Dust better than Choke. I like Ugg better than Choke. I like The One better than Choke. I like Stalker better than Choke. I like Red Hands Never Fade better than Choke. I like The Sacrifice better than Choke. I like Sinister Smiles better than Choke. I like Dull Knives Cut better than Choke. I like Better Than Choke. That's a hard one to choke. I like Queen. I like the song Queen of the Murder Scene better than Choke. I like Psychotic better than Choke. I like Hunter better than Choke. I like The End better than Choke. I like 21st Century Blood better than Choke. I like Shattered Heart better than Choke. I like Survive better than Choke. I like Our Mistakes better than Choke. I like When I'm Alone better than Choke. I like Runaway better than Choke. I like Amendable better than Choke. I even like Copper Bullets better than Choke. There you go.
Okay, so clearly you made this list just to piss me off.
No. I made this list of what are my favorite songs by The Warning off of each album to try to come up with getting live versions, because I wanted to make a video of like my version of what a live album should be. So there's less songs on here for the live that I circled, but I just wanted to read you the whole list. And but I did not do it to piss you off. It was something I just happen to have
That just was a bonus. So you're
But
saying
anyway.
if you had a live album, Choke wouldn't be on it?
No, not my live album. I want my fucking album to be cool and energetic and nobody gets upset and it's just really just pound away like another Kiss Alive. Just
You know what I love about Louie?
Nothing at the moment.
He knows firsthand from being a part of tonight how absolutely off the reservation I am tonight, and he don't give a shit. However, a good buddy of mine, Mark Wahlberg, just chimed in.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
All right, so I completely disagree, but Louis likes what Louis likes, and much like me, you ain't changing Louis's mind for fucking nothing. So I can appreciate that. Breathe, Rob J. Bake says. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree that Breathe was better than a lot of the songs that Louis had on his
I
list.
can get behind some of them, but when you started listing shit up a Queen of the Murder Scene, that's where you lost me. Not that I hate Queen of the Murder Scene, but that album as a whole and song by song, other than Sinister Smiles, is epically inferior to pretty much anything but Kool-Aid Kids off of Error. So
yeah, I agree with you, Rob.
That's just the cool thing about it. We have two completely different tastes. Our ears hear things completely different. My ears don't lie to me. Lou's lie to him. That's the difference.
They don't lie to me either, because I agree with you.
Well,
Queen of the Murder Scene as a whole album is brilliant.
Yes.
So when you start picking the individual songs off as individuals, they get nowhere near. Most of the songs on there
work as awesome songs.
No.
Independently, they're great songs.
Choke is the best song on Era, and most of the songs on Era are better than most of the songs on Queen of the Murder Scene.
And did you list Sinister Smiles? Because that, to me, is the best song on Queen of the Murder Scene.
I have it on my list.
Okay.
But then again, I know that all the songs, You know, the one Crimson Queen might be the one that I did not choose that one, but I don't care that much for it. But all the other songs, I mean, they just like so melodically structured and so intensely put out and put together. Those are really terrific songs
And to your defense,
independently.
the commenters have backed you up. Damn, who says Louis has obviously shit his brains out. And Tom Zephyrus says it's all right to be wrong, Louis. So they got your back
Oh yeah, they got my back, asses.
with a knife. All right. Did everybody give their take on When I'm Alone?
Yeah, and disc choke at the same time.
And disc choke at the same time? Yes. Louis found 25, 26 ways to take a shot at choke in about 15 seconds. So that takes talent. All right. I guess it's up to me to put the video.
We don't know what's next.
All right. Here we go.
Through the whole process, we've had a lot of struggles. It's been a very difficult path. We went through one obstacle only to be greeted by another one, and another one, and another one. And when we thought we were finally finished, turns out there were many more obstacles to face.
With so many difficulties along the way, we sometimes felt very discouraged. But in the long run, all those nights where we couldn't sleep, all those situations that we thought were never going to end, only made us stronger as a band and as a family. We know that anyone can relate to having a struggle in their life and how hard it can be to rise above it. But please, fight. Fight for your dreams and for what you believe in, just like we still are today. Even though it may feel like you're not getting anywhere and that it's just not worth it, believe me, your dreams are worth fighting for, and there will be a positive outcome in the end.
All we have accomplished.
So those of you who are Patreon members or, plugged into the warning, do you have a number for their representation? And by that, I mean legal representation, because Pau has just lied to me. My dreams have not come true. I have not won the lottery.
Your life's not over yet, Rob.
I do not have a brand new Cadillac in my driveway for every day of the week. And I have worked hard all my life. So erroneous on all counts, Paul, but I appreciate the sentiment.
But Rob, you're only halfway through.
Half? If I live to be 100, shoot me.
You heard that, everyone.
Here we go.
Thank you. All we have accomplished is thanks to a vital part of us as a band, our family, and we are very grateful for that. Family has been and still is the most important part in this process. We have been through highs and lows together, and keeping this trust or love or whatever you want to call it, keeping it intact is extremely important to us, because everything we have done has been because we, as a family, have stuck together. And by family, we don't just mean our parents, which of course have been our main supporters through all of this. And without them, we wouldn't be here today. But by family, we mean our special team that is always there for us, and all the people we have worked with, and of course, all the people who have supported us through this incredible journey.
And now we value all the work that is behind every album we listen. It's really shocking how we as music listeners don't really notice all the extremely hard work that is put into making an album. And even though it still has a huge impact on us. I mean, you can't deny that there's always that one song that can make you happy just by listening to it, or give you courage when you need it. Music is that one companion that will always be there through everything, the one who will know exactly how you're feeling. Music is passion. Music is hope. Music is life.
We want to thank you all for your time, and we're going to say goodbye with this last song called Survive. You have been warned!
You, Rob, you've been warned.
to me saying that you cared, that I was the one who was never there. Don't come waving your lights in the air. You keep blaming me and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried that I'll be hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all.
Now we were gonna be
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.
Okay. Yes. Never ever expect that a Toons Brother video will be a short stream. It's almost guaranteed that either Lewis or myself will completely lose all touch with sanity and just go off about something. For me, whether it's politics or Lewis powdered sugar, it's always something. This song, I will go on record saying, I started seriously listening to music around 5 years old. Have followed many legendary and not so legendary bands, Kiss included. This is the greatest song to ever end a rock show with, and it's not even close. Not Nothing But a Good Time, not Back in Black, not Rock and Roll All Night. Pick your staple. The way this song just keeps going and just it's just the power is off the charts, and then it just, to what Lewis loves, ends up with just the bass and then nothing. This, I was so disappointed that it was not their closing song in the show I attended this year. And I'm not saying it's the greatest song that anybody's ever done. I'm saying this is the greatest song to end a show with. The whole vibe of this, how it starts, how it builds, and then how it really fucking builds and then brings you right down into fucking silence. It's just amazing. Lou.
Well, I agree 50%. It is a great song to close the show with, but I also strongly believe Psychotic is a great song to close the show with, because you can invoke an audience to participate with the chanting and everything. But the way it ends, like boom, just stops, that is really so cool. So if they alternated like between those two songs on different nights, I think it would be tremendous. But yeah, this song is really good. And yeah, the slow, the beginning, whatever, the vocal only, Ali on the keyboard, it's like, it's just so fun. I love watching this version to see Ali on the keyboard for the opening, and then the song kicks in and all the guitar work, and you can hear everything so clearly, and their enthusiasm for the song, and that boom, boom, boom. You can't. It's tough to beat this as a closing song on a regular basis, but I still like to hear Psychotic done sometimes as a closing song.
Dave, Survive.
Well, I 50% agree with you, Rob, and 100% disagree with Lou. So, Psychotic, no. To me, this one or Materio to end it.
Yeah.
I do love the way Materio ends with a oh. So yeah, either one of those two. Once again, they did this so well. Another one that should definitely be a staple forever. So,
hopefully it will be.
Did they do this one at your concert?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Nope.
So
I'd have to go back and check. I think so. If Jay Bake's
Probably in the middle of the show.
Yeah, if Jay Bake's listening, he'll remember. I think they did.
I would hope that I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, and I think this song and Hell You Call a Dream are like two of my favorite live performances, because that Hell You Call a Dream with Danny's vocals are just next level. So yeah, great way to end a show though. Obviously they hadn't written Materio at this stage, so they couldn't have done that one, but Psychotic.
Yeah. And everybody's listing songs that would be great closers. Yes, they have a lot of great closers, but for me, it is just there's something about once all the singing's done, other than the OOOs, and it just goes in a dun 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 dun, dun, and it just keeps picking up pace and momentum and power and energy, just into the dong dong dong. It just to me is a perfect way to just get you up off your asses, get your fucking smartphone put in your pocket, and get your hands in the air, and then just bring you down with a bass and out. I mean, did you notice a relatively dead participation crowd until that song? It just, there's something about that song. Again, I'm not saying it's my favorite song in the world or even close to choke. There's something about that song that does something, evokes something live, at least for me and clearly the audience at this TEDx thing, that you just can't help but just get worked up. And it's got nothing to do with what it means, what the words are. It's that feeling of that music once they start that ending. It's just something unique.
It has an energy to it, and it just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Until it just goes dum dum dum. So it's like all that energy, and then curtains down.
Okay, so Jay Bake says he does not believe they played Survive in Minneapolis. I wasn't sure. To be honest with you, I didn't. It's one of those shows where I went in thinking I'm going to hear all of Keep Me Fed. So every time I heard a song that wasn't Keep Me Fed, not that I hate all the songs on Keep Me Fed, it's just I was, okay, cool, I get to hear this. Okay, cool, I hear this. That it kind of just all blurred for me, that and trying to not see Huey Lewis in the news on stage through the outfit that Danny was wearing. It's all a blur to me, but it was a fabulous show nonetheless.
But Rob, that's the power of love.
Yes, it is. And if you could take me back in time at the meet and greet, I would suggest to Danny,
I get it.
do not wear that outfit tonight.
I get it. I got it. What was the song you said, Dave?
The power of love.
Yeah, and going back in time. Yeah.
Back to the future.
I got the Huey Lewis stuff.
We're happy for you, Lou. We're so proud.
Yeah, see, I'm not very bright, so when I get something, it's important.
Like a light globe goes off above his head. Boop.
Okay, so my takeaway from the whole night is not that they did a bad job on it, minus that ridiculous, as Lewis has stated, Sesame Street Foo Fighters horrific song. Fabulous listens again. I hadn't watched these since I reacted to them last time a year or two ago on the other channel. I still love listening to these little shits talk. So intellectually farther along than their years. When I think of how we talked and the things that were on our mind at those ages, boobs, farts, wedgies, and here they're talking about making a difference in the world and dedication and hard work. It's just night and day difference to how far along they were maturity wise. Whether or not that will come back to maybe make them a little jaded that they missed a normal childhood, who knows? But when you trade success and making a mark in the world for being just a typical normal kid, pick your poison, I guess.
Didn't harm Michael Jackson.
Much.
Or Corey Feldman. Or
All right, so still 129 people who transferred over from the original stream where Lewis and Dave had a very unprofessional meltdown.
shame on you, Louis. And apparently I got ripped, which I have to go back and look at now.
Yes. I was thinking about not airing that, but I know, not putting it up after the stream, but that it's honesty, man. For those of you who have heard these racist comments about myself or this show, maybe that will provide you with a little context on how passionate I am about this world and the ugliness in it, and make you second guess stupid, ridiculous accusations like that. And And also, it's good that you know why I'm so frustrated with the warning. But what Discord apparently didn't get was anything after something they found offensive, whether it was using the word quesadilla or whatever. They didn't see the love I gave the warning for the last hour on any of these shared videos. They focus in on one or two comments that they may not like. And that's the way the world's going now, whether it's
Unfortunately, you're right, Rob.
or in any avenue of life. People only hear the stuff that triggers them and don't take the time to understand why somebody said something they didn't like, if there's any validity to it. All they know is that they don't agree, so they make a blanket statement on somebody. So I'm gonna let them both stand. It is what it is. Am I necessarily proud of my outburst? No.
Will I
But
still love you after I see it?
do I regret it? Absolutely fucking not, because it was 100% honest.
I said,
and
will I still love you after I see it?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, good.
Normally I don't let life get to me. I don't. But like I said, and you'll go back and watch it, hopefully, to get context of why this second stream started the way it did and as unorganized as it was. Sometimes people get pushed beyond their limits, and I found mine. And from there, it just snowballed into anything that was irritating me got destroyed. So that's just the way it goes. No apologize. No apologies.
And yet we still managed to make a freaking 2-hour stream.
Imagine that. Louis, any closing thoughts on the warnings TEDx performances?
Nah, nothing more to add than what I already said. I loved it. It was fun to watch. I'd say the students in the auditorium, I think they were just on a break between classes, went and sat down, checked them out, and weren't really, didn't know what to expect. And, what are those Gen Zer people? Is that the category they're under?
I think so, yeah.
I think they're just, a lot of them aren't used to music that has balls to it, and that might be making them a little bit nervous, but they were too lazy to get up and leave.
Unfortunately, these days
go.
we're used to women with balls on them.
Yeah. And here to end on the subject, a perfect example of what this world needs. Alfonso, Alia, sorry, I don't know how to say that. Rob, don't necessarily agree with your political views, but we can agree about good music. And that's all I'm fucking saying. What has set me off so bad this week is the lack of humanity of people who didn't agree with what happened, making social media posts, laughing, celebrating about something so horrific. Some things, either you can tune out the surroundings or you can't. I could, until the ugliness of the world was right in my face over and over and over again all week. And it just, I reached my snapping point.
Well,
we don't have to agree. I don't care. I don't care if people agree with me or not. I don't care if you're on the other end of it, whether it's abortion, gun control, immigration, whatever. You're allowed your opinion. I have never took to social media or in real life disgraced somebody, disrespected somebody, or mocked somebody for their beliefs. Never. I don't have to agree with them. I could be thinking you're a moron, you're a buffoon, you're uneducated, I don't agree with you. But I don't even tell them I don't agree with them. I just, okay, well, whatever. Next subject.
Yeah, I just want to say that when people say they don't believe with certain political views, you better learn what the political views are of the parties as to who's intending to harm you and who's intending to let you live your life free and with a better life for yourself. So that's what you got to look at. Like, which party intends to harm me? Which party intends to help me? And then you might change your mind on political views. Don't let those little talking points, because I know the one big talking point the other side has, fill in the blank. The so-and-sos don't like you because, like I'll say, the right doesn't like you because you're black, because you're a woman, because you're gay, because all these reasons, but vote for us and we'll get back at them for you. And they buy into that bullshit. That's the biggest reason why people are on the left. They think that they're there to stand up for you and help you and everything else, when nothing can be further from the truth. That you got to learn. Those freaking Dems don't give a fucking rat's ass about you. They just want their fucking power. And that's the end of the story.
All right. Well, I'm not, and that's fine. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I agree. But the bottom line is, I'm not calling out left on the viewers here. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care where you stand on policies. That's your choice. You got to live with it. You got to, take it to the next life and explain yourself, whether you're right or wrong. I'm just saying, you don't kill people over differences of opinion, over differences of belief. I saw a vigil for Charlie Kirk. And some fucking cocksucker rides up on his little motorized bike. See, these young fucks are too lazy to even pedal their fucking bikes now. And he's just yelling in the middle of a candlelight, peaceful prayer vigil for Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk and all this shit. And finally, someone on the other side of his point of view walked up and just clocked him right in the fucking face. Knocked him right off the fucking bike. Couple people kicked him, but everybody then separated it. This guy got up and was allowed to keep running his mouth for 5 to 10 minutes before the cops cuffed him and took him away. You know what happened during Black Lives Matter to people who disagreed? They got beaten, curb stomped to death in the streets by women, children, and men. Nobody from the side that disagreed with the deceased, pulverized victim stepped in to help. On the right side, the entire crowd clearly would have loved to beat this guy to death, but they stopped it from happening. The guy walked away with a couple scratches and still running his mouth. That's the difference between one side and another. I don't care what side you're on. If you want to be an animal and you want to be inhumane, that's fine. But I draw the line at celebrating anybody's death. I wouldn't celebrate and didn't celebrate Charles Manson's death. You just don't do that. You're not fully human if you take joy in anybody's death. Anybody's. That's just, I don't care what heinous crime they committed. I don't care what it is. You could say good, the world's probably better off because this complete savage animal is no longer able to wreak havoc, serial killers, rapists, whatever. But if you take joy in somebody's execution, there's something fucking wrong with you. You're the guy who kicks the dog or the girl. You're the one who sees a mouse and grabs a baseball bat and bashes it over the head. There's something wrong with your fucking soul. When you can celebrate or take part in the murder of any animal, human, that's just innocent and you don't like them, there's something wrong with you internally and you're going to pay for it eventually, whether it's here or the next life. If you don't believe there is a next life, you better fucking hope you're right. That's all I got to say. But so that's where I came from tonight. Fatima, I see you're back. I was hoping you weren't overly offended by my rants. But like I said, this is not a political podcast, never will be, but certain things, I mean, I was so proud of myself that it didn't become political after Trump was shot. Now, had Trump been killed, I would have went scorched earth on my podcast. I try to keep it out of it, but this was a 1-2 punch, like I explained. Two horrific, senseless, bullshit things right on top of each other that, surprising to me, I can't shake.
Do they have the guy that killed the girl?
Yes, they got him shortly after he got off the fucking transportation. But anyway, so that's it. That's what led to this. Then the warning, bullshit came in because I got bounced again for policy stuff, coincidentally or not, on a warning video. set me off because I was already irritated with some things in the warning world that I have been seeing this week. It's just been a bad week for me, and that's just the way it is. I make no apologies, but I hope you all understand this is not the norm. This stream problem we're having 3 times now, really, if you count the fucking one that Dave canceled on us while I was talking from the concert.
One thing we always know is Rob will never be wrong.
Yes. So anyway, I'm glad you all watched, stayed with us. Still 110 people listening to me explain myself. You should all know, if you don't, go back, watch the first part of the stream. You'll understand, whether you agree with me or not, why I was so fucking fuming mad, and why I jumped all over Dave when it looked like he was just leaving a program because he didn't like what I was saying, which turned out not to be the case. So again, everything is what it is. Like somebody said, it wouldn't be Toon's brother video without a train wreck. Unfortunately,
I'm glad I came back then.
Yeah, totally, really. Dave, I just want you to know I defended you.
Oh, well, I'm going to have a look later.
It's not an immediate defense. I have to. It's a build-up defense, but I still.
That's all right. It's all right. Sometimes you got to wait your turn. That's all right. Just want to remind everyone: Tuesday night, Sweet versus Black Sabbath versus AC/DC.
Yeah,
triple track battle. Jump in, see whether the boys from Britain. That's Sweet I'm talking about, not the boys from Birmingham, or the boys from Australia. Should I go for the boys in Australia because I'm Australian?
I
Vote for the best songs.
Well, this is. I'm going to be interested how Scotty goes on this one.
Yeah, me too. I don't know Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I don't know his.
You'd know that one song.
Yeah, I don't know Scott's level of fandom for Black Sabbath. I know he's a rabid AC/DC fan, so I think the
Ozzy Osbourne era, he's big.
This is an Ozzy album?
Yep.
Okay, so maybe it'll be tougher for Scott. I don't think I've probably heard anything off this Black Sabbath album. I know I've heard the AC/DC album because me and Scott covered them all, and I own the Sweet album. I can pretty much tell you which band I prefer, and it's Sweet 10 out of 10 times out of the other 2 bands. But like you said to me in our private chat, depends what song goes up against one song. I don't remember enough about the AC/DC album in question.
There are just from looking at it without actually done it yet. There are a few songs I know from AC/DC on that album that are good, but as I said, who they come up against on the Sweet side.
My history with Sabbath is Iron Man, Paranoid. Those are pretty much the only 2 songs I like, and even those 2 songs probably wouldn't stand a chance against Sweet's worst songs for me. So to me, the wild card's going to be the AC/DC album. It's certainly, if I pick a Black Sabbath song over the other 2 albums in any of the matchups, I will be shocked.
Oh, so we might get a shock. And the following week, we're going to do a 80s hair metal triple track battle.
Beautiful. Fatima, no offense, Rob, just needed to calm myself. I'm a relatively calm person. I as well. See you, and I know that's fucking hard to shut up. My wife had to chime in. Seeing you being rant was giving me a bit of concern, so I went for a tiny walk. It was giving me anxiety. My anxiety meds were getting their asses whipped in the first segment of tonight's stream. The nice thing is it happens very seldomly where something that doesn't pertain to my personal being bothers me that bad. It just, like I said, it was a culmination of things this week that surprised me on my level of anger. So yeah, it is what it is. I will never be a political podcast, but at the same time, I will never be a podcast that ignores what I feel to be important things for the country and the world. There will never be a time when a president of any party is assassinated that it won't get mentioned on my channel. There will not be a time where any major atrocity, regardless of who it is, doesn't at least get mentioned. I think that's everybody's job and duty. I would love to start a political podcast, but I'm not smart enough and I don't have the time to do the research to have the facts. But when things are so blatantly ugly and wrong and being celebrated, I just can't ignore that. And I don't think anybody should, because what happens is nothing changes. When people don't say anything and people just say, well, it doesn't affect me, that's why this shit continues. Eventually, people have to be fed up, and whether they agree with whichever side is being persecuted or not, you have to say this is unnecessary. You have to show whoever it is that this is unacceptable. And that's what I've learned about myself in the last week, that I just can't ignore certain things. And I ignored a lot of shit. You never heard any Black Lives Matter crap from me, or George Floyd crap, or anything else, or riots, or whatever. But the two things I just witnessed this week, I can't shake. And it's affected every decision I've made, every mood I've had, every time I've tried to sleep. So it is what it is. Anyway, we're back to normal next week. I don't think we got anything going on this weekend, right?
No, Tuesday's the next one. Then I think next Thursday for Carnival.
Okay, so Tuesday's the 3-band battle.
Yep.
Thursday for Carnival of Souls.
Carnival Souls. Yep.
Yeah, I got pushed back because of Scotty. Okay.
Yeah, well, his team lost, so he got karma.
Yeah, that wasn't even worth it. You know, and that's always what happened to me when there'd be plans, and my football team would be on a Thursday night or a Sunday night or a Monday night, so I'd bow out of those plans or whatever. My team would get the shit kicked out of them. So you're like, why the fuck did I even fucking bother canceling my plans?
Yeah, I've taken annual leave days so I could watch a Friday night game because I work Friday nights, and then my team gets killed, I think.
We're going to have to start and really commit to any person who's ever got what excuse can't make it for the particular topic. Too bad. You fucking miss it. The end. No matter what.
That's where I was. But Dave wanted to give him a chance because it was a Kiss video, and I get that. Scotty's very passionate about Kiss, but Scotty, Darren, Louie, Dave, myself.
But
like Queen said, the show must go on, and not like people are gonna, lose sleep if Toons Brothers isn't on as scheduled. But
he's gonna always keep doing that. He's gonna keep doing that to have us wait and postpone and everything else because he's got something he has to do or want to do something different, whatever. But if you would have did this without him 2 days ago, he never ever again will say, I got to do something else.
Louis' law.
All right. Well, Louis has spoken.
We must listen.
So Scotty, Darren don't give a shit. Show goes on without him all the time. He knows. Us three are not excluded from this. Dave has 100% control of everything I do. So if I can't make it, the show's going on, as proved when I went to the concert.
There you go.
And then
if
ruined
that would
the
have been a
stream.
Paul Stanley video, I would have just fucking missed it. That's just the way it is. So apparently, we're gonna have to reel Scotty in and let him know you're gonna have to make a choice: Redskins or Toons Brothers.
I think look, I can accept that we can have things on. We can do different days, but Scotty agreed to do the Thursday. Was the thing.
Well, he's the one that pushed for it.
Yeah.
I remember the episode clearly. Are we doing anything Thursday? Shouldn't we do another Kiss album? I mean, and then didn't he know already? I mean, when I'm worried about a football game, I know the week before when they're playing. Yeah. But, Scotty's Scotty.
Because generally, we say, is everyone available Thursday?
It's all about him. They're such selfish bastards, Scotty and Lou. It's ridiculous. All right.
Touching tips on every turn.
91,
I did it on purpose.
91 people still watching us babble and turn on Scotty. All right. Until next time, everybody, thanks for watching.